Oh man, all right. Oh, it has been a moment since we've done a stream, eh? Well, I mean, obviously I've been doing streams pretty much nonstop for Spiritfarer, but I have not really done Dead Cells. So it's good to be back. It is good to finally be here. Probably finish up. I think what I already have set up here, and I didn't mean to exit the game. What I already have set up here and what I'm kind of planning to do today is the King Scepter. I don't know about this weapon. Like I used it a little bit when initially unlocking it. It's seems kind of rough, but maybe I can. Yes, the King Scepter. You hit enemies with it and they're like, harder, daddy. No, shut up. Yeah, but take a look over here. So this thing, yeah, a dash forward, and then it launches you up in the air. It's a lot of, like, really weird stuff. I don't know about that. Well, I guess I'll just see. Let's just start up the stream, see what happens. All right. Can't you, like, split VODs? I don't think so. What do you mean? What do you mean? What, between like this and like actually starting up the run? I could probably like change the title or something. I think that would give it a different chapter if that's what you're talking about. I don't know. It's something. Anyway, all right. Okay, let's start this. Let's just get on to this right now. Not even waste any time. Okay, Doc, if you were in a dom sub sort of relationship, which one would you be? I would be a dom. I would be a dom DeLuise. I would eat a sandwich and talk like this. No, how does Dom DeLuise talk? Hey, it's me, Dom DeLuise. Yeah, you gotta get like real nasally. Something like that. Anyway. And yes, I would be eating the sub. I would be boring the sub. Anyway. Doc, are you submissive and breedable? I am. I'm submissive, breedable, agreeable, and leasable. Anyway, okay. Why are we asking all these questions? Let's just get to the thing already. Come on, we're doing this. We're doing the Dead Cell stream for the first time. Why are we talking about DOMs? Are you lactose free? Absolutely not. Okay, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. The final weapon of the Everyone Is Here Volume 2 update, the King Scepter seems like a difficult one to use. Obviously, I used it a little bit when I first unlocked it, but its entire gimmick is based around bouncing up in the air and landing on enemies again for critical damage, and to refresh the whole like dash that it starts out with in the first place. In other words, it is very similar to like the old version of the meat skewer, or one more time. Do you get your hairy eyebrows in the food? How do you eat food that you get your eyebrows into it? It doesn't even make any sense. I'm pretty sure this is the worst chat on Twitch. I'm sure there are worse. It would help if I didn't keep answering all the questions that you ask me. All right. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. The final weapon of the Everyone Is Here Volume 2 update, the King Scepter is an odd one. You get a dash forward, bounce up in the air, and then have to land on enemies to deal critical damage and refresh your dash. From what I understand, very similar to how, King Knight did it back in his DLC, the King of Cards, but when it comes to Dead Cells, I don't know. Think about stuff like the meat skewer, think about stuff like really light speed. Anytime that it has you really moving around the screen a lot, it's usually sort of hard to control compared to a lot of more traditional weapons. But then again, I also think about stuff like the Snake Fangs, which are really fantastic weapons, and something like that. I don't know. Fucking hell. You want to not have a girlfriend? What? I gotta invite my girlfriend to this channel at some point. Oh, Ivor. I've seen it. Anyway. All right. Okay. One more time. Hey, anime people, is Chainsaw Man any good? Yeah. I'm getting forced to watch I'm getting forced to watch Chainsaw Man. Like right now. I've seen the first 3 episodes. It seems pretty good. I don't know. All right, all right. One more time, one more time. All right, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. The last weapon of the Everyone is Here Volume 2 update, the King Scepter, is an odd one. Dash forward, bounce on top of enemies, and then re-land on them to deal critical hits. That is sort of a difficult ask, a sort of difficult combo to pull off, I would imagine, a lot in Dead Cells, but maybe I'll think differently after using it a little bit. After all, I mean, there are weapons like Meat Skewer, there are weapons like Phaser, but then there are also weapons like the Snake Fangs, which I always think are pretty great. So it's kind of hard to say which one this is going to fall on the side of. What does that even mean? Ah! Damn it! Man, I tell you. This episode's taking some time to start up, isn't it? Just tried to eat hot wings with my eyebrows. Now I'm blind in the right eye. Good! That's what you deserved! Alright. See? I told you you can't eat with your eyebrows, and you didn't believe me, and now what? Now you're blind! Please enjoy these AI images of Dom DeLuise eating a sub sandwich. I will. Just give me 1 second. Wow. The first one is mostly... I mean, aside from him having 2 right hands, the third one isn't so bad. Are we talking like left to right, top row? No, they're all pretty bad. No, they're all pretty bad. The middle one is kind of amazing, though. I do like that one. Here, let me just, like, real quick. Oh man, that's way larger than I thought it would be. Right, AI generated Dom DeLuise eating a sandwich. You're gonna be my VTube avatar here. Top right is modern Saturn devouring his child. It's pretty good. Oh, all right. Crop the right, like, yeah, and then we'll just get the top, like, 100. There we go. That'll work. And there we go. Official face reveal. It's really amazing how okay, let's get on with the run here already. Yep, that's me. Yep. Well, I don't have facial hair. It's kind of hard to say if that's facial hair, but otherwise accurate. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's start this one out. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. The last weapon of the Everyone is Here Volume 2 update, the King Scepter, is an odd one. You dash forward, bounce on top of enemies, and then have to land on them to deal critical damage and refresh your dash. That's a lot to ask in the middle of a fight in Dead Cells, but maybe it'll work a little bit better than I'm expecting once I get to using it. After all, there are some weapons that are... interesting start. There are some weapons that are pretty difficult to use. I think of stuff like the original version of the Meat Skewer, sometimes the Phaser, light speed and everything. But then there's also stuff like say, the Snake Fangs, which does have you teleport to enemies, but I feel like that works pretty well whenever I end up using that weapon. I don't know, maybe it's like as long as I can kind of get into the right rhythm, it'll actually feel pretty natural. Also think about stuff like the landing on top of enemies is very similar to how you would use like the Pure Nail, try and get like criticals with the Pure Nail. It's just this one already automatically launches you upwards, so I don't know. Of course, also just having a nice one that will heal me here too is probably good for the first couple levels. Will let me kind of mess around with how exactly this works without too much danger to myself, after all. Okay, so I'm seeing right now, probably want to have sort of, leave some headroom to be able to, properly use this. Oh God, though. It is already real funky. That said, I will also take extra stats on top of that, too. We'll see. We'll see. And this is going to be, you look at something like the baseball bat, you know exactly how to use that. You just go find, like, anything that does stun. Of course, we do have the... Really? Of course, we do have the absolutely fantastic... new weapon in the form of throwable weapons. Never mind, then. I guess I'm just going to die instead. Hey. All right. Well, I tried. We actually had like a start there, but then I died. I don't know about this weapon. What do you think, AI generated Dom DeLuise? Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Okay, well, anyway. Try that one more time. What are your thoughts on the max headroom signal jacking? That guy's an asshole. No, that's it. Why are you interrupting Doctor Who? Especially that was like, before the internet or anything, so you didn't really have the ability to go and, watch like that episode elsewhere. He's a fucking nerd. What a guy. Anyway, Max Headroom, the original VTuber. Anyway. All right, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. The last weapon of the Everyone Is Here Volume 2 update, the King Scepter is an odd one. You dash forward, bounce on top of enemies, but you have to land on them to get the critical hit. It seems like that's kind of a tough ask in the middle of any fight in Dead Cells, but who knows? Maybe this will be a lot more natural feeling once I get to it. Because, I don't know, there are some weapons out there. I think about the original Meat Skewer. I think about Light Speed that are kind of hard to use because they're throwing you all around the place. But then there's also, weapons like the Snake Fangs or even Phaser, for example, which I think all feel pretty natural. Who knows? It's sort of like an easier way to get the critical for, say, the Pure Nail, if you think about it like that, where you have to... land on top of enemies' heads, but here you already get like the whole combo starting up of the like a dash forward into enemies and then end up directly above them. So I don't know, maybe there's something there. Well, either way, it is of course King Knight's weapon from Shovel Knight, and also specifically I think the King of Cards DLC, where he mostly attacked in the same way when he wasn't playing Tetramaster 90% of the time. I don't know. I don't know if I would necessarily get... I never played Shovel Knight before. I've watched a lot of people play Shovel Knight, but so far have not gotten into it myself. I feel like, much in the same way that I didn't play too much Tetramaster back when I was playing Final Fantasy IX, I don't know if I would end up doing too much with King of Cards. I wanted like what was it, the rival character. It was supposed to be like a super hard campaign. I remember that when that was on Kickstarter, thinking that was the one I wanted to see become successful. But unfortunately, you only got 3 of them, and that's it. I like Lightspeed. I feel like Lightspeed's just too hard to use. It's just it doesn't do a lot of damage. It doesn't really combo into anything. And more than anything else, it's like throwing yourself forward quite a bit. While that might be useful, I just think that, blitz down enemies so fast. And especially, maybe it's the fact that I play on 5-cell mode, now that I'm thinking about it. I never have any sort of reason to try to run past enemies because they are just going to follow me due to the whole teleporting thing anyway. There, that was a good time to try and get used to the whole combo, but I didn't quite get there. Haven't played Shovel Knight. I have watched a lot of people play Shovel Knight. I feel like I have a good understanding of exactly how the game works and everything. But I mean, hey, we're currently blowing through a bunch of games here. I finally escaped from the factory. I and the underworld. It's like for some... Well, I didn't really escape from the factory. That's actually not true. I got a little bit left to do there, but I'm not nearly as obsessive with the factory as I was earlier this month. I'm probably going to play that game again. I'm not going to lie. Because, well, look, it was a lot of learning process to try and understand how Satisfactory worked at the beginning. And I feel like if I did a loop 2, I would actually be able to have everything properly automated rather than, you know, just using the huge stores of items that I created over the hundreds of hours of playing it. And of course, there was also the 40-hour just incredible festival of spirits that was Spirit Fair. But we're done with that now. 100%. It only took way too long. It's fine, though. All right. Why didn't you go into the rift? I want to try and see... I don't know. I mean, I guess I just wanted to try and see if I could get, like, a little bit more health or something first. Or, like, another a double jump sort of necklace rather than the one that I'm using right now. Usually, I always feel like jumping into the rift is going to end with me fighting enemies with virtually no health for the rest of the thing. So if I at least clear out the area, that'll be, you know, more convenient when it comes to going into the next place. I can also make a judgment call if I want to go get like a healing mutation rather than, you know, some other defensive type mutation. Really, though, I'm just used to not going into the rift immediately. That's really more the... I like saving that for a point in time that I feel more confident in myself. Final thoughts on Spirit Fair? Oh, play that game. It's great. I hated it. Like, it is not a game for me. It's a big old visually novel type of game. But, you know, I still feel like, despite not liking something, I can still recognize the quality in it. I've played enough games, and I know my own tastes enough to say that. Kill count is also a good reason not to jump immediately into any rift you got. But, you know, ultimately, this is just force of habit. Let's be real here. Anyway. All right, what do we got? Well, one more of that, but yeah, that'll work. That'll work as far as giving me a little bit of an advantage. Ooh, yeah, that extra jump already paying off. It's force of habit. I don't know why I'm trying to come up with excuses here. They're all lies. I'm just so used to being at barely any health, you know, later in the game. It's been a while since I've gotten a first area challenge rift. Okay, whatever. I already got the 30. It's fine. All right. What'd you do? Oh yeah, flawless the servants the other day by abusing foresight. Wait, I thought they prevented you from being able to do that. That foresight didn't actually, or was it the draw foresight, the discard for foresight? I guess, you know, it really could be either one of those. Dom DeLuise. Dom DeLuise would like Spirit Fair. Do you really want to be like Dom DeLuise? I mean, okay, that's more like, you know, the failed clone of Dom DeLuise, but you know what I'm talking about. Got the I like to live dangerously cursed sword run. Are you proud of me? Yes, absolutely. That is such an absurdly difficult thing to do. Obviously, you know, living dangerously. For me, I did that back when it was the assassin. Back when the clock, the timekeeper was called the assassin. And she also had like 7 million health, but at that point in time, my sword did 1 million DPS. So, you know, it's an entire thing just by itself. Oh boy, rare Dead Cells stream. Look, I got lost in the factory in the afterlife. We're back into normal content here. We'll be getting Dead Cells. We'll be finally doing the DLC for Vampire Survivors, Lunacid. It's all here, baby. And also maybe some unexpected new things. Or maybe not so unexpected. I mean, I have a list. You can just see the list. And you can see it's one of the 16 games that I have yet to play on the list. That's kind of the entire thing. No, it's not the King Scepter. I don't know. What do I want? I was told that the legendary version of the King Scepter is pretty interesting. Is one that I might want to check out, but at the same time, maybe I want to go for something a little bit more defensive focused, or at the very least, DPS before I just jump into hoping for that combo. I mean, you think about this, this entire weapon already has a pretty advanced combo associated with it. Maybe I can make that work. Got legendary curse on Fractured Shrine with tactics, and the damage was amazing. What is the legendary version of the... What is the legendary version of the cursed sword? Well, you only take half of your health rather than dying immediately? No, I feel like Motion Twin knows what they were doing when they made that. 300%, can't use any other weapons. Wow, that makes sense. So it's like a classically Dungeons and Dragons cursed weapon, in other words. That's, you know what, I like that. I like that. Also, is that another... Oh, it is. Ooh. Really laying on the stats here. Well, okay, thinking about, just real quick... There we are. Thinking about, like, what's the route here? What are we looking at for route? Large enemies are probably going to work better than smaller ones. Timekeeper, the servants, I don't know about that. But Hand of the King was a pushover. I still think Hand of the King still has enough health, and bosses have sort of a soft damage cap where you can only do, what is it, like 10%, and then they start taking significantly reduced damage or something like that. Actually, with the amount of stats I got right now, I'm just like plowing my way through dudes here, so I don't know. Not really getting a good use out of the combo yet. Think you go Sanctuary? I mean, it's been a little while, hasn't it? Actually, has it been a little while? What was the last route that I took? Well, I mean, we can try. Look, we're looking at Brutality Run. If I just get something that has a little bit of life, that has the life steal on it, should be totally okay for going just about anywhere, regardless of how many food shops or whatever are in there. Yeesh. Plowing dudes. Whatever. Phrasing. Have you seen my streams before? Have you seen the start of this stream if you're not watching this one on YouTube, where I cut out all the bad stuff? All the naughty curse words, of course. Like Avada Kedavra and all that. Oh no! Not again! Yeah, that's for all my Harry Potter fans in the audience. Anyway. I don't know why anybody would go into the Sanctuary. I can mix it up. I mean, there's also, unique enemies in there and everything. But yeah, it also has the Golems, which I think until the Gold Gorgers were introduced, had the highest kill-death ratio on me than any other enemy in the game. And now that's obviously the Gold Gorgers, because, the Gold Gorgers. What more do I need to say about those enemies? Wow. I thought I was just going to... yeah, I mean, that's a big thing. It's like no food shop. However, you can... Now that you got the backpack, now that you can shove like a lifesteal item into the backpack, I feel like it's a lot less necessary to try and hit up every... Well, if you're on high cell difficulty, of course. We are, as always, we're talking about high cell difficulty, It's like this is... Nobody should even play on this difficulty. Let's be real. I think I talked about that in the... couldn't quite get the combo there in the way I wanted to, but good enough. Let's do that instead. Well, like, yeah, I was talking in the last video I did on Dead Cells here. That's just like the difficulty in this game is all out of whack. Don't play on 5 cell unless you run a YouTube channel where a big portion of your content is Dead Cells. I like the way it hurts me. Fair enough. I suppose that's a reason. I suppose. I feel like that is not reflective of the desires of most people when they want to play video games. Not everybody is Bennett Foddy over here, Right? Well, some people are, though. Bennett Foddy, for example. Highest kill count is those stinking bats, can never parry because in the walls. Wait, which one? Just the regular bats? What? I felt like that was a bit unfair. Oh, well. Look, like I said, lifesteal and... Oh, don't launch me up into the spikes, though. That would be bad. Ah! I almost did it again. Okay. Yeah, if I just have enough headroom, I can get, like, the combo going, but that's a difficult ask. Especially because, you know, at this point in time, especially with good stats like I have, I am killing enemies pretty quick. Well, I guess by the next area, we'll see kind of how that works. Well, coming up with ways to add more cells. Look, I'm not going to say that I wouldn't play 10-cell mode if... I guess I just don't really play too many mods. But still, it's just... I'm also saying that that's not the normal way. That's not you know, the 99%, the way 99% of people are going to be playing this game, right? Reveal secret walls. Sure. This weapon feels like it's doing pretty good damage, but at the same time, I also know that's because I have amazing stats right now. Does make a big difference. He's at 16. Okay, now come on. What even, like, look, one of the big things with, like, adding in 4-cell difficulty and everything was the lateral difficulty of Malaise, which, of course, was just completely out of whack at the beginning and for a very long time. Like, actually just a very long time. But, you know, unless you're doing the thing where I'm telling you, you're adding, like, the gigantic spike wall that comes towards you throughout the entire level. I don't know what else, or, you know, die in a single hit sort of thing. I don't even know what you're doing for 16-cell mode. Well, let's see how this works. I'm willing to give it the old cool egg try. And probably die. Whatever. Look, the stats have been so amazing this run. How can I say no? I see. All right. All right, you can't carry you too. 6 right there. Come on, come on. Die in a single hit sort of thing. Oof. Oof, I say, because I became the Roblox character there. Johnny Roblox is what they call him. Okay. I don't know. Does the Roblox character have a name like Steve from Minecraft? Or is it just Roblox character? That'll do. Okay. His name is Rob, is it? Well, anyway. Be careful of Tommy Tallarico. Does Tommy Tallarico try suing people over the Roblox? Oof. You know, I'm not even gonna ask. Oh boy. Give me a couple extra stats here. Feel like I don't quite have enough, feel like I don't quite have enough health right now. Main stat, great. Every other stat, not as great. Less great. Pretty good though, but less great. All right, yes he did. Video games. I'll tell you. Whatever. 9 minutes? Yeah, video games. 9 minutes into the run, you mean? 9 minutes into the run, and how many stats do I have right now? Like, I think it's I always forget they teleport to you and then die from that one mechanic. Wait, die from what mechanic? We're teleporting. Well, anyway. All right, you know, what to do? I do think I'll just take disengagement because my health is kind of low right now. You know, keep it kind of simple in terms of how exactly this run is gonna go. Even if it's just disengagement yet again. Frankly, I'll take that over having to do another run. Okay. 11 stat. Yeah, 11 stat, 9 minute 11 stat. We're getting 1 stat per minute. It's pretty good. It's pretty poggers. Here. Yep. Enemies starting to take a lot more damage. I'm thinking that this might be when attempting to go for the full combo is going to be good. Yeah? I felt like a little bit risky there for 1 second because it was about to start attacking, but you know, it's working out thus far. Okay, this might be a bit more of a problem. No, okay, never mind. That was not more of a problem. Actually, that went totally and completely okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Let's be honest. Again, stats are amazing right now. I don't really know if I can be like, oh yeah, this weapon's just like completely and totally overpowered. It's like, no, the stats are amazing. Yeah. Okay. Once again, they did. Oh, nice. Thank you. Perfect. Parfait. That is exactly also what I'm looking for. A giant turnip. See, the turnip. He's really going to be the difference maker here. Whoa. Never mind. And by never mind, I mean, yep. Good parry, by the way. There's the parry I'm talking about. Now then. Yep, there we go. Oh, I was finally starting to do it there, but then I actually killed all the enemies, so what are you gonna do? Oh, what's that about turnip? That was, did you not see that I got a turnip there? That was a turnip, by the way. Alright, this is getting kind of fun. Yeah, Shield Knight is a very different character in the Shovel Knight lore, but still working out pretty effectively. Clearly, the answer is that you should not make your entire identity around a singular weapon or lack thereof. If Shovel Knight has taught us anything. Okay. Anyway. Oh, I'm so sick of turnips. Yeah, you did that like for the entirety of the last Spirit Farin stream. Well, that stream, which I fared spirits. But I'll take that. I don't even care about Malays. As it is, I am. Yeah, what is the dish you were making with turnips then? I was just doing my Princess Peach cosplay. Ah. All right. Well, you know what? Whatever. You can just stick over there. I was gonna try to go for a parry there. Didn't quite work out. Now then, I don't really have a whole lot of space to be jumping on top of enemies, which is sort of a sticking point when using this weapon. That said, I will take this. I do have burning after all. Oh, we don't talk about the bad Mario games? So what is the Peach bad Mario game? You telling me Peach is a bad Mario game? One of the few games you get to play as Peach, other than, like, I don't know, Super Princess Peach? Ah, there we go. I did it. It's fine. Good hit. A perfectly acceptable hit. You just jump right over them. And then I'm slowly getting there. Slowly. Pretty slowly. What makes it good? It's a good platform. Okay, stop that. Okay. Okay, yeah, that was also not ideal. All right, let's get over here. Yeesh. Let's, Okay, well, thankfully the sword arc, despite passing directly through my body, did not actually hurt me. So, oh, come on! That actually worked out pretty well. Okay, then I'll take it. Yeesh. Are we doing Mario lore again? You know, that was the entire thing at Spirit Fair. Donkey Kong lore, so, you know. I mean, I said you know as if I had a second part of that sentence, and I didn't. I just got the one. Anyway. Continuing on here. What, do you want to go talk about Donkey Kong lore again? What's up with Swanky Kong going from... One, what happened to Swanky Kong? And two, what's up with Swanky Kong going from like hosting a show to just like running a carnival sideshow instead? I feel like it's kind of a step down from. And what happened with Swank? And what happened to Swanky Kong? Yeah, we get Funky back, we get Candy back. We even get characters like Tiny back in future games. But Swanky Kong was entirely forgotten about after Donkey Kong Country 3. What the hell's Swanky Kong? See, exactly. This is what I'm talking about. Nobody even knows what Swanky Kong is. This is an out, actually. Let's go. Have you played Moon's Cars? I have not. Look, what is it? Do you like drive cars around on the moon? No, I was looking at maybe playing that at some point in time, but I never did. No, that's it. That's kind of the entire thing. All right. Maybe I should. At some point, I feel like, you know, I might enjoy it. Maybe. Swanky is the dude with the hair. They're apes. They all have hair. Yeah, exactly. Yo, y'all know who Swanky Kong is, right? Yeah? Oh, come on. Well, I mean, did pretty good damage there, but I felt like I could have did that a little bit smoother. Having an enemy spawn in behind me certainly didn't help. There we are. Now then, God, I already have so many stats. Do I even want to go for... Do I even want to go for, like, the very bad, questionable play that is getting the cursed chest in this area? I don't know. I feel like that's just an invitation to get blowgunnered. Apostrophe D. I'll take that, though. Kind of hoping that I get some form. Yes. You know what hair I mean. Most of the characters have hair on top of their heads, too. It's pretty weird, actually. But, you know, what am I going to do? Say no? Blowgunner. Blowgunner apostrophe D. Anyway. God, it's just, I don't like, I don't like getting the cursed chest in this area. It's a lot like the fractured shrines. I just feel like it ends in a lot of heartache more than it does in cool stats. Especially considering I already have cool stats. Maybe should. Man, get that. Oh, what? Actually managed to get me a second time there. There we go. That's the sort of combo I'm looking for, baby. Blown, if you will. No, I won't. What do you got? Oh, speak of the devil, here's Lightspeed right here. Are we going full-on movement weapons in this one? Maybe. That was a pretty smooth combo there, I gotta say. Generates a shield when used. Okay. Is that good? Is that good enough? I'm gonna take it. I mean, you know, why not? And I just keep... Man, this is... I don't know, there's something to this weapon, I think. But I think it's also, once again, a lot of stats right now. A lot of stats. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I need a curse here. It's just the blowgunners really... They are tricky... I didn't get hit. They are tricky enemies to kind of work around, is what I'm trying to say. And I don't know if it's like if I take a hit, that's one thing. And you know, I do often still get the 60 kills and everything in here, obviously. Observe what is currently happening on screen right now. But it's just, oof. Yeah, they can always be better, of course. Stats can always be better. You can always take a few extra stats for a few stats more. But no, I don't think it's worth it. I think I'm gonna skip it. I will use my glut of stats to justify not taking stats, not taking extra stats here. I mean, you know, yeah, what was I talking about earlier? I was saying that it's like, one of the things, though, with, you know, any sort of weapon that has, like, some big old gimmicky gimmick associated with it, is that you know, it does kind of have to justify actually working with the gimmick. Stuff like trying to use a baseball bat. The baseball bat is good just on its own. You just hit enemies with it, and it does a good job. Good hit, by the way. But stuff like trying to use Serenade, for example, a lot more difficult because, of course, Serenade requires a lot of sort of management of cooldowns and whatnot, but doesn't necessarily do more damage than a lot of other weapons, which is why, you know, as much as I love it as a concept, I don't end up using it as a weapon too often. Nope. And useless against Hand of the King. Hand of the King should still be able to be caught by the wolf trap, and that's like the number one thing that you probably want to use the baseball bat with, right? I mean, yeah, it doesn't really work as well, but it's also still a fast survival scaling melee weapon, and that is much like the shovel. You know, I'm playing as a shovel knight right now. It's like, that is worth its weight in gold. And I do appreciate having that sort of thing at about like any point in the game. Here we are. Good stuff. All right. People do stuff with cabbage, the better and the bacon. I mean, yeah, it's like my usual thing when it comes to asparagus. Not asparagus. I mean, well, I have had bacon wrapped asparagus before. That is good, but like, you know, just like some little cut up bacon and Brussels sprouts sort of thing is okay. So yeah, it's backwards hit there. It was kind of messing me up, but I got it. Hey, I got it. I mean, that's just something to remember. It's like if enemies have retaliatory attacks like that, kind of keep it in mind when you're trying to dance around them. When you're trying to do the dance of death. The big spinny dance. So we had the stream playing in the background on the floor and still have a pretty good idea of what's happening based entirely off of sound. No, I feel like I'm like one of those video games you can play because you can tell what sound it makes when you hit the wall, or what sound your footsteps make based on different surfaces. You can tell your exact location. Except here, you can tell exactly where I'm at in the game based on how much I'm grunting. I guess what I'm saying is that you could do a blindfolded playthrough of watching a Dr. Inferno Firebird stream. Who's gonna be impressed by that? Literally nobody. But yeah, still. Anyway. I mean, it's not all color commentary. I also do just say things that are happening on screen, too. You're a video game we can play? I mean, I don't know if you would call manipulating me in that way, but sure. I mean, that's... Oh, what do we got? Well, good enough, though. And in fact, overall, I mean, that's the entire area. I feel like I did that pretty fast. Maybe it's just me. Got a good chunk into this level before didn't even feel like usually this place feels a lot longer. It's a pay to win game. It's true. Have you seen the flamethrower turret's gonna do me nothing in this upcoming area, so give me corrupted power, sure. Maybe a questionable decision, maybe not. Pay to win, it's true though. It's true. You can pay me to play whatever game you want. You pay me and I win. Okay. In the meantime, still not quite over here yet, unfortunately. Not one of those areas that leads directly into the shop itself. No, is it? There. Do not even need no credit card to ride this train. Mama Tick may not work out so great. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, a very large enemy. I should just be able to kind of face her and then just go to town, right? That's at least what I'm thinking or hoping. Maybe throw out a parry occasionally. That's kind of like the one sticking point, you know, just making sure that I don't get attacked too much. But with the slowdown and everything, maybe I can just kind of do that. And with these amazing stats, blitz her down before she can even do anything. That's the hope. What's the eventuality? We'll see. It's a lot more questionable, of course. Now then, instead of combo, we are instead going to take vengeance, I believe. I don't have blood. No, I got no blood. Don't forget that my light speed will also generate a shield. So even if I don't want to go for a parry, I could also light speed directly into her with the assumption, or light speed away, with the assumption that my shield will be getting hit instead. That is kind of the other idea that I was coming up with there when it came to like to strategizing this entire thing. I have a few different options. Adrenaline? I don't know. Maybe. Well, let's see how it works out. It's a big old enemy. Should be easy to get the combo going. That's what I'm hoping. Now then, what do we got? Try not to take too much damage in the in-between phase too. Okay, well, it's not gonna be a perfect fight, but I think we all saw that coming. Ah. roll and jump to cancel that roll. Man, I am not very good at this. Yeah, you said that it wasn't going to work out, eh? All right. I think it's working out just fine. I mean, just working out sort of fine. I mean, look at how high I'm going here too, and I'm constantly getting the critical in there, no issue at all. Now that's sort of the more annoying attack because it's so often. But otherwise, it's like, I think that worked. It's not perfect, but worked out pretty good if you were to ask me. I guess you don't need to get on top of her. No, I mean, it's like, I think as long as you just land on their hitbox, that it's good. But it's just like, man, the sweep attack was just totally and completely ineffectual there. That was at least probably the best part of that fight. Still though, the needle kind of pressing down sort of thing, couldn't quite do that. Couldn't quite get that one working in the same way. Due to, of course, you know, all the... where am I going right now? What am I doing? Couldn't quite get that working in the same way just because it's like it was so long. I couldn't just dash through it. I couldn't do whatever. Oh, yeah, I guess I don't have access to... Do I have access to the shrines here? Oh, whatever. Let's just go to the graveyard. Whatever. I'm going to go watch Lou after this one. Lou Albano? But anyway, the show Last of Us, the show they made based off a video game. I hear it's bad. I actually don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. Is it good? Is the Last of Us televisual show good? Or is it merely another television, or, well, not even television. Is it merely another piece of media based off of a video game thing that is kind of unimpressive? Get out of here. Also, well, you know what? I think I'll just use the potion charge. I was sort of wondering if I could maybe get away without doing that, but... All right. Yeah, it'll be good, the show. Is it good? I don't know. I know about a lot of pieces of media based on the video games. But... I know the universal truth is that... the single well-off man is in looking for a wife. Yes. But anyway, yep. Well, so much for that. At least I was able to rally up most of that health. Yeesh. The hitboxes have not been an issue with this weapon for the most part, as of just yet, but that might change soon enough. Let's keep getting the leaps here. I thought it was a pretty cool looking weapon, even if it might not be super ineffectual if you don't have a million stats. All right. I was skeptical too, but it's been good so far. I mean, I'm not going to watch it anyway, but you know. I wanted to be contrarian for no reason anyway, regardless, because I'm on the internet. You know what I'm talking about? You don't? Okay, then. Oh, well, that might be a problem. Okay. There we are. A bunch of people were talking about it in a club. Oh, now, I've never been to a club before. But the people... Why might you... Yeah, I've never been to a club before. Okay, that's end sentence. Oh, all right. The other televisual media being released positively... Last of Us was positively fine. That's more what I would have expected in terms of praise on the subject. And I'll take that just for the extra health, really. Like, is it a sex club? What? Hey! Do you mind? A sex and drugs club? What are you talking about? Anyway. We are continuing on here. where you have sex with, like, cigarettes or something. All right. That was weird. Okay, this enemy doesn't work super well with this weapon. I'm noticing right now. Oh, a Gex and Frog's Club. Oh no, not that. Please, anything but Gex. Gex, the gecko. Speaking of people that would reference Lou Albano. Anyway. Sex, drugs, rock and roll. A lot of pills, thrills, belly aches. They're just playing Happy Mondays pretty much nonstop. Which, I mean, that could be worse. Yes, and I do believe that this is this. Playing that jazz. Man, I remember back in 13 Sentinels where we did the entire thing about, like, how jazz comes from the word jizz. And that was an entire... 13 Sentinels was a bad series. Speaking of other bad series that I've done. Anyway. Speaking of other bad series that I've done, what do you think AI-generated Dom DeLuise eating a sub sandwich? Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about me talking about jazz and sex clubs, too. Like that exact feeling. What is your favorite bad series? I don't like them. They're bad. By definition, I shouldn't like them. Anyway, looks like he's devouring the soul of a sub sandwich. Yeah, does not represent your feelings very well. It reaches deep. The artist reaches deep into your souls and expresses things that you never thought were possible. Yeah. The artist, of course, here being AI. Artificial Intelligence. By Steven Spielberg. Anyway, there we are. Man, with light speed, you do get a lot of weird movement stuff going on this round, I'll say that. There we go. It's called Jizz. And apparently it's supposed to be spelled J-A-S-S. Jazz. And I lost all of my health immediately after getting it back. Anyway, something about Star Wars. Yeah, I think that was the cool Star Wars facts episode of 13 Sentinels, if you want to talk about that one. No, it isn't. Don't listen to George Lucas. Ah! What would George Lucas have anything to do with anything about a musical genre? Anyway. Jizz music. That's what they say. At least 38. At least 38 what? Special? Are you going to hold on loosely and not let it go? I'm just going to keep this for right now. How'd it go from jizz to jazz? I mean, because, like, jazz was supposed to be, you know, like, energy, vitality. And you can see how that would turn into, you know, jazz as a musical genre, and then also jazz as jism. Jazzum. Look, what is this? Dr. Inferno Firebird reads off the Wikipedia article for jazz right now? Anyway. What to do? Should I end up going into the cavern? Should I go elsewhere? Anybody got any opinions on that? Because I'm considering it. I am considering it. Okay. Depending on what I want to do. Giant fight. Giant fight would probably be decent with this weapon, right? You can really just jump on top of... Like, because that would also allow me to bypass a lot of the giant's attacks, because, you know, I'm not going to be on the ground most of the time. Something like even the remix giant fight, the heroic giant fight, is like, that would... This would probably not even be a bad weapon for it. Get on top of all four arms. Four arms to hold you. Well, then. Scarecrow. Oh, I don't want to go for the small enemies. That's going to be real. Scarecrow is also just a character that I think stays near the ceiling pretty often and just does not stay open to attack. I think Scarecrow's maybe one of the worst here. I don't know. I do think like no, I don't want to go for the cursed chest as well. It's like that is, again, I already have so many stats. I've already gotten like 3 extra stats in the first few areas. I feel like taking 2 extra stats here is just a bad idea. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna go cavern. That is fine. That is fine for me. All right then. Disintegrate into a pile of dust the second you hit 30, so there's no way that I'm 38. Yeah, no, definitely not. I'm not, but still. Still, though. Your assumption here is disturbing. Anyway. Funeral Doom Metal. What is... I feel like... There are a lot of, like... What is the Funeral Doom Metal? The what now? Anyway. I've been saying anyway a lot here, mostly because I've just been getting off track pretty regularly, I suppose. Hi, bonk. It's an actual genre. I mean, there's a lot of things that people will say are actual genres that aren't. This one's kind of... Yeah, that's sort of a difficult enemy to try and deal with, eh? Luigi? Penis music is an actual genre. Yeah, exactly. Based off of that one rubber band song or whatever. You know the one. Or that jackal guy. I don't know. That's the extent of my entire knowledge. What is that? What is that guy's name? Jackal Kingston or something? Oh, come on. My shield didn't last. Whatever. It's fine. There we go. It takes 2 hits there. But that's okay. I think there's more words thrown in there, not just funeral music. Music for funerals. Ambient 5. Funeral music. Just do that right there. Music for funerals. Probably something Brian Eno would do. Talked a lot about Brian Eno on that last Spiritfarer stream too. Lo-fi funeral music to grieve to. To grieve / prepare your will to. There we go. Brah, brah, brah. All right. I don't really want to be using all of my potion charges here, but I also don't want to die. I've been taking this run surprisingly safe after the first little bit here, eh, Luigi? I suppose whatever works, you know? Now, stop that. Yeah, try not to just stay in front of the slammers when they're doing that. Ah, yes, my funeral music playlist. Funeral music to... Yeah, to grieve / memento mori, too. There you go. That works a little bit better. Yeah! Yeah! Anyway. Once again, back with the anyways. Alright, just get me out of here. I'm still considering it. Should I try and go for, like, the servant fight or something in this one? You know, just for bad ideas? Or maybe, how about going into distillery? It's been a little bit now, hasn't it? I've been taking it kind of safe, taking it sleazy as of just yet. Marble, we could use a little bit of risk in our lives, a little bit of Monica by our sides, you know? Could be fun. We could try it anyway. I mean, I could do it. Maybe I will. I guess we'll just see how the next fight goes, really. And probably more importantly than anything else, I kind of got to see how much health I have before I start making any sort of very risky decisions. I'm going to teleport up here. Do it. Do it. It'll be funny. There. What you got? Virtually nothing I can use. Okay. Just Risk of Rain. Or just Risk of Rain? I don't get it. I don't get the reference there. Ugh. So many enemies right now that I am not dealing with particularly well. But I guess I'm dealing with okay enough to not be dead right now, so I'll take it. Still, though, I am down 1 potion charge. Should probably be at least somewhat cautious. Just go play Risk of Rain. It's a good parry. Ah! That's a bad parry. But however, that is a good piece of food stuff to be finding here. An entire loaf of French bread. Oh boy. It must be my birthday. It's not. Turning 39 years old. That's right. I'm not. It's also not my birthday. All these are lies. Anyway. You know, let's just kind of do that to sort of end that entire fight before it starts. All right. I should probably also switch out my mutations at some point in time. Sort of working with a lot of older stuff right now. Might be worth trying something a little bit different. Not like something a little bit different, but something a little bit more upgraded, maybe more than anything else. Nope. There we go. Unfortunately, well, I mean, I guess it's still an upgrade in terms of stats, so I'll take it. Yeah, there was nothing over here. Well, I mean, I guess there was an elite that gave me an upgraded necklace. I suppose that's probably better than nothing, so I shouldn't really complain, right? Should just take what I'm given and say, you know what? A little bit of extra health ain't gonna hurt anybody. Especially not me, because I have the extra health to be able to not be hurt by that. So! No. Yes. Maybe a little bit of that. Ow. Ah, dang it. Well, there goes all my health again. I'm never going to be able to keep any of it for this upcoming fight, which might be difficult. I'm not really sure. You know, I mean, I do think that there's a good chance that going into the giant fight with this sort of weapon is going to be very effective. Because like I said... yeah. Because like I said... It's like, you know, being able to bounce on top of enemies trivially should translate well to the giant's hands, right? But how well? It could just be that, you know, the real thing that makes a big difference is just having a shield during this fight, as per usual. I mean, even just the base level shield that I'm currently working with right now, it's still going to be a way to block most of the hits that I'll end up taking, really. Well, I guess I'm just gonna see. I haven't seen No Mercy mutation in a while. True, I have not really used that. Maybe I should. Maybe that'd be something kind of interesting to throw on. I don't know how useful. I mean, it's obviously not super useful against bosses. Only really, you know, works so well. But then again, against the giant, you know, you do have. It's sort of a multi-boss fight in that way. Just try and choose something a little bit different, maybe even just for the sake of being a little bit different. 40% da-da-da. Yeah, I mean, it's still an upgrade. I might try re-rolling that, though. See if I might be able to get, like, I don't know, we don't have any of those sort of, like, burning or oil stuff right now, do I? Hey, look at that floating box. Motion twin, fix your game, etc. Alright. No, I wasn't really expecting to be getting any more food drops here, but I don't think I'm... But... do I want to use a second potion charge already, or do I want to be at least somewhat safe? Bro. Okay, yeah. Yeah, alright, fine. I guess I am, in fact, going to use a potion charge, then. As much as I don't want to. Bloating Fox. That's right. Fox expansion. We're doing it now. Right there. Good. You. There we are. Man, it is really not giving me even just one extra point of brutality right now, is it? I mean, not that that would really make that much of a difference, but with the amount of stats that I have, but still. I'd prefer it. There's the mausoleum, but I really think the Scarecrow is maybe Scarecrow... Scarecrow and like the... Wait a second. Yeah, wait. What is this makeup? Is this like a new room in here? I've never seen a cavern have like a sub room that looks like this before. What is the purple circle? Oh, that's the like improved visibility for specifically oil when enemies are oiled up. That's what that is. No weapon, but the tacticals are so season 1. I mean, Dead Cells is still the same game. Ah. Regardless of what weapon you're using. Ah. We're gonna have to... Ah. Ah. The tactics still work. Anyway. Let's see what we got here. I'm just gonna go. I've seen everything already. It doesn't matter. We're good. Still haven't fixed that. Nope, floating boxes are eternal. Eternally floating. Floating foxes, though, you know, it's, yeah. Well, here, mutations. Maybe end up taking... I don't know what to do. I do think I'm probably going to stick with disengagement. That's just, in general, a pretty... Yeah, no mercy. 7% of the boss I'm not going to have to deal with. Maybe just with the recovery. A little bit of extra time to be able to get a few hits in there. You know. You're using older tacticals. Tacticals? Anyway. Oh, yeah, going right for that immediately. Yep. And right into the lava. Okay, it's kind of funny to think that, you know, I'm just jumping directly over the hand most of this time, but, well, here we are. And even, like, the laser beams and everything, too. There we go. This is silly. Anyway. Not very effective, though. I will say that. Yeah, it does sort of prevent me from being hit by a lot of the boss attacks, but I don't really know if it's quite in the way that I want it to be. Ah! This is not where I want to be. Come on, baby. Big damage. Not that big of damage. I'm going to be real with you. This is dumb. I like this fight. Well, it's definitely a unique way to do this fight. The idea that it's just like I'm just flying over most of the hits is utterly absurd. Sort of much... Ah! Okay, well... Not really going to be able to do too much there. Use light speed. Yeah, clearly that would be helping me out a lot, right? There we go. Well, it's just so stupid. There was some, you know, something to be said about the tactics in play here. It's just not quite in the way that I wanted them to work out. All right. You mean the tacticals? Yes. Now that's more of a problem. Yuck! Okay, now I am actually stuck in here. Ah! Should just be bouncing on the giant's head at this rate, really. Okay, fine. I'll play it your way. Not in the way that I really wanted to, but, you know. Well, I mean, we could do like an entire, you know, beat the giant without ever touching the floor sort of run, which would be kind of fun just by itself. Ah! This is a nightmare. Oh, come on! Into the... Really now? You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna do it. Ah! And one of the few times I didn't actually see something coming here. World's slowest giant fight. Yeah, this is not the. This is not going to be breaking any speed records, land speed records for giant fights. Oh, and I am out of potion charges now. Well, maybe I should have just taken those extra stats. Been less proud, right? You know, something I never really tried. Can I can actually... No, well, sort of. But, like, I can actually do, like, the stomp attack, you know, the dive attack and everything on here. It's just... Yeah... All right. Oh, really? Yeah, well, okay, that was dumb. All right, well, maybe that wasn't the most effective sort of, you know, lava dealt more damage during the boss. Yeah, well, man. So yeah, I think needless to say, pretty gimmicky weapon. It's not super effective against most enemies. Sometimes effective. I mean, certainly it worked pretty well against like the Mama Tick fight, but that's because she was literally a wall. You know. But other than that, it didn't quite pan out in the way that I was hoping. And I feel like any one of the bosses, like I couldn't even imagine trying to take that into the Timekeeper or like the Queen fight or the Scarecrow fight. I mean, maybe you could actually do that with the Queen fight. She doesn't really jump up in the air too much, but still, though, it's a little bit tricky to use. A little bit tricky to use. All right, and that'll do it for today's stream, everybody. I did enjoy that. Anyway, it's a chat. You like jazz? Yeah. Bye-bye. Say bye to AI-generated Dom DeLuise. All of them. Every one of them. have an AI-generated... have a pleasant AI-generated Dom DeLuise night. Eating a sandwich. Or something approximating a sandwich. Kind of.